I just gave the girls some straw to scratch through, and I realized that they needed more grit. So I got more grit and I baked some of their eggshells at 250 for like 10 or 15 minutes because I ran out of oyster shells. So I gotta order some more. Oh, they're so cute. Hold on. Hello, darlings. I got some stuff for you. Okay, come on, girls. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh dear. All right. There we go. I don't think you're supposed to mix the grit and oyster, or I mean, calcium products together, but I do. Nice little mix there. And you don't need to break up the shells too small. That's what the grit is for. And I put too much grit in it. That's okay. I gotta order it. I gotta order it anyways. Right, Clyde? Right. See, she just broke that up herself. So now that this is handled, I'll give you a little bit of an update of what we're gonna do. I'm going to strip the leaves off of the figs because we've had a killing frost come through. And then I'm gonna cut them back, wrap them in some insulation and plastic for the winter. And I think that's it for now. I don't know if you can see through there, but my persimmon, my Fuyu persimmon, I've had it recommended to me to wrap that as well. But you can see even just my Texas everbearing over there. It's ready to get put away for the winter. And fortunately, if anything goes wrong, let's say any rodents get in there and girdle the tree, or we just get like a really cold winter, which I don't think so, especially since the season's starting so late. I have clones of everything, so worst case scenario, I got my clones, so I keep them inside. I could be out here all day watching these chickens, but I can't. I gotta go do some other stuff. Bye, ladies. Have a good day. All right, move this to its final spot, actually near our heater. So this is gonna be a good place all winter. On the top here, you just spun around the basil and such, just to make them a bit stronger. And I'm gonna go through and we're gonna cut some stuff. Got my cart to sit on, got my little scissors, and I took it out. And we're going to thin this out, and we're gonna thin this out, and I'm gonna give the scraps to the chickens. I'm not gonna do it today, but I just realized it's been 2 weeks, and I can actually plant some more in this container, so I'm gonna do that later this week. So I'm not gonna thin this out super dramatically. I'm just going about every other one and cutting it flush with the soil. I don't like to pull because if there's any chance of the root systems being intertwined, I don't want to damage the one that I'm keeping. So I'm going to go through that, and it'll be looking pretty neat. Here's how it looks with everything thinned out a bit. I might thin it out some more. I'm going to leave it for now. I also propped everything up. I'm going to move where my fan is, just to help strengthen them up a little bit more. But they're looking pretty good. This one filled in so much. So you can really see what the different varieties are. This is Swiss chard. This is very obviously all the little carrots that we're going to thin out. Another row of Swiss chard. These are the 2 kinds of beets, and a final row of Swiss chard. So we're going to do the same thing and thin everything out. So for stuff like the lettuce and spinach, doing everything like a few inches from each other. I'm gonna do the same here, although I'll probably have to go through again and thin out the Swiss chard some more. I'll probably end up with like 3 or 4 total Swiss chard plants in each row. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it and see how big they get.
Okay, we get this second tray all done, all thinned out. May have to thin it out a bit more. I'll let everything get bigger, just see how it fits in. It's not the worst. I'll get a little bit snug together. That looks great. So up here you'll notice that the celery and basil have come in, and they're pretty close together. I'm actually going to let them get a bit bigger before I start doing anything with thinning those out, so I'll give that a little bit more time. But I'm very happy with how everything's doing right now. And I have a little pile of salad here that I'm going to give to the chickens, and they're going to love it.
You could also eat it if you wanted to. I just don't feel like it. I'm gonna give it to the chickens. They'll like it. So I'll just answer a couple questions preemptively. Why did I not thin out the carrots and beets any more than I did? Just want to see what happens. It's really not the end of the world for them to grow close together. Also, why am I not doing a thick sowing of the lettuce? Well, I'm gonna get a bit bigger than they would if I was just growing it like I did with my hanging lettuce, where it comes in thick and you cut it and it grows back. Let's see how big they can get. If you do have any other questions, let me know. But this is going to the ladies. All right, my beautifuls. You like it? It's lettuce. You can tell they don't get salad greens very often. They typically get brassicas. So this is new. There you go. All right, girls, have a good afternoon. I'll see you when it's time for bed, okay? I don't know why she's yelling. Bye, girls. I hope everyone has a good Saturday, that you have a safe weekend, and see you next week.